Very good morning, students. Second video we are discussing, that is atmospheric pollution. In that tropospheric pollution, in that second one is oxides of nitrogen, nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide, nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide. In the previous class we are completed oxides of sulfur, that is sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Now we are discussing about oxides of nitrogen, nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide. Combustion of gasoline in automobiles, burning of hydrocarbons and coal, supersonic jet engines releases nitric oxide. Here students, the NO and NO2 can be released into environment by using this process: combustion of gasoline in automobiles, burning of hydrocarbons and coal. And one important statement, student: supersonic jet engines releases nitric oxide. In examination they will ask, which of the following pollutant releases from supersonic jet engines? Which of the following pollutant releases from supersonic jet engines? That is nitric oxide. Next one, student: harmful effects of these oxides. First one, higher concentration of NO2, damage to the leaves of plants, and retards rate of photosynthesis, Second one, student: NO2 is a lung irritant and causes acute respiratory diseases in children. NO2 causes lung irritant, student, and causes acute respiratory diseases in children. NO2 is a irritant red haze in the traffic and congested places is due to oxides of nitrogen. Generally, in the congested places and traffic signals, we are feeling irritant red haze due to the release of oxides of nitrogen. The red color gases are evolved in traffic signals and congested place. The reason is due to the nitrogen dioxide, that is red color. Therefore, students, among these three, first one is more important, student, in competitive point of view. The rate of photosynthesis is retarded due to which of the following environmental pollutant? That is higher concentration of NO2, lower concentration of NO2, and moderate concentration of NO2. Like that they will give. Due to higher concentration of NO2, damage to the leaves of the plants and retards the rate of photosynthesis. This one you more concentrate, student. Right. Third one, student: oxides of carbon. Those are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. The carbon monoxide produced by the incomplete combustion of carbon, coal and petroleum. The carbon monoxide produced by incomplete combustion of carbon, coal and petroleum. Harmful effects, students. First one, the carbon monoxide reduces mental performance and causes heart diseases. The carbon monoxide reduces mental performance and reduces heart disease. Mental performance, student, for example, the carbon dioxide concentration increases in the human blood. They cannot think properly. That is known as reducing mental performance. If the CO concentration increases, for example, student, we are standing near traffic signals, then what happens? Due to combustion of the fuels, in addition to carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide also releases. If you inhale carbon monoxide, then what happens, student? That combines with hemoglobin to form carboxyhemoglobin. At the time we are not think properly, our mental performance will be reduced. At the time while we are standing near traffic signals to cross that barrier, if anybody will call at the time, we are not giving a proper answer. Why? Because at the time we are not think properly, because the CO reduces mental performance. and causes heart diseases also. If the CO concentration increases, it causes heart diseases. It causes heart diseases. Okay, students. Second one, in a pregnant woman, the increased CO level in the blood causes premature birth, spontaneous abortions, and deformed babies. Premature birth means 7 months and some 8 months baby will come outside. That is premature birth. Before maturing, birth will come. Spontaneous abortions sometimes leads to abortions also, and deformed babies. Any health problems, any body deformities will be takes place. In pregnant women, the increased carbon monoxide level in blood causes. Therefore, the pregnant woman much more concentration to carbon monoxide concentration. They have to away from the carbon monoxide, because that will be very dangerous to the newborn baby. Premature birth, sometimes abortion, sometimes deformed babies also. Third one, student, the carbon monoxide is poisonous gas because it binds to hemoglobin strongly than oxygen to form carboxyhemoglobin, which is more strong than oxyhemoglobin, The formation of carboxyhemoglobin reduces amount of hemoglobin available in the blood for the transport of oxygen in the blood cells. Once again, student, because the carbon monoxide binds to hemoglobin strongly than oxygen to form carboxyhemoglobin, which is stronger than oxyhemoglobin, student. Generally, the oxygen present in the blood combines with the hemoglobin to form oxyhemoglobin, which is transferred to the different cells in the human body. But if you inhale carbon monoxide in addition to oxygen, the carbon monoxide is having stronger than oxygen to form bond with hemoglobin. Hence, carboxyhemoglobin is 300 times more stable than oxyhemoglobin. The formation of carboxyhemoglobin reduces the amount of hemoglobin available in the blood for the transport of oxygen to body cells, because the hemoglobin combined with carbon monoxide to form carboxyhemoglobin. Then the concentration of hemoglobin will be decreases. Amount of hemoglobin will be decreases. Due to this reason, the transport of oxygen to the body cells is not possible. Why? Because the amount of hemoglobin will be decreases. Very important application, student, in examination point of view. Carbon monoxide is poisonous gas. Justify your answer. Okay. When hemoglobin combined with carbon monoxide, what is the product form? Carboxyhemoglobin. If the carboxyhemoglobin is formed, what happens? The amount of concentration of hemoglobin will be decreases. Then the transport of oxygen to the blood cells will be decreases. Sometimes if the CO concentration will be more increases in the human blood, the human being directly leads to death also. That's why carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas, because it binds to hemoglobin strongly than oxygen to form carboxyhemoglobin, which is more strong than oxyhemoglobin. The formation of carboxyhemoglobin reduces amount of hemoglobin available in the blood for the transport of oxygen to the body cells. Therefore, the formation of carboxyhemoglobin reduces the amount of hemoglobin available in the blood for the transport of oxygen to the body cells. Next, oxide, student, carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide enter into atmosphere by the following methods. First one, student, releases into atmosphere either by respiration or burning of fossil fuels for energy, decomposition of limestone during manufacture of cement, and deforestation. You know, the students, deforestation means cutting of trees. Carbon dioxide will be releases into atmosphere. Decomposition of limestone during the manufacture of cement, we are discussing, student, in S block element. CaCO3 gives rise to CaO plus CO2. Highest amount of CO2 releases from the manufacture of cement process only. Burning of the fossil fuels for energy. Similarly, burning of the fuels in automobiles and fossil fuels, CO2 will be released. Normal process, respiration process, student, we are inhaling oxygen, exhaling carbon dioxide. In that cases also the carbon dioxide gas will be released. These are the sources of carbon dioxide, how the CO2 is entering into environment. Next one, student, harmful effects of carbon dioxide. First one is the CO2 causes mild narcotic effects, stimulation of respiratory centers. If the CO2 is inhaled, mild narcotic effect will be takes place, and respiratory centers for the respiration process will be stimulated. Second one, higher concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere causes greenhouse effect and global warming. Greenhouse effect and global warming. These two words frequently they are asking in a competitive point of view, student. In detail we are discussing. First one is greenhouse effect. The gases in the atmosphere such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, ozone, chlorofluorocarbons and methane absorbs infrared radiations, that is IR radiations, emitted by the earth, causing temperature of the atmosphere to increase. This effect is called greenhouse effect. The gases are called greenhouse gases. The gases are called greenhouse gases. Very simple explanation, student. When the sun radiations from the sun falls on the earth, infrared radiations are emitted. These infrared radiations are abstracted by the gases present in the atmosphere. Hence, the temperature of the earth will be increased. The temperature of the atmosphere will be increased. This phenomenon is known as greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect. The increase of temperature of earth's surface due to abstraction of air radiations emitted by the earth by the gases CO2, N2O, O3, chlorofluorocarbons are known as greenhouse effect. In competitive point of view, they will ask like this, student, which of the following is greenhouse gas? All are considered greenhouse gases. Water vapor, carbon dioxide, N2O, O3 and chlorofluorocarbons. Once again, student, the gases in the atmosphere such as water vapor, CO2, N2O, O3 and CFCs and methane absorbs infrared radiations emitted by the earth, causing temperature of atmosphere to increase. This effect is called greenhouse effect. This causes these gases are called greenhouse gases. Example, student, methane, chlorofluorocarbons, ozone, N2 carbon dioxide. Mainly these two you can remember, student, in our examination point of CO2 and methane are called most effective greenhouse gases. Most effective greenhouse gases. Next, student, the rise in the average temperature of Earth atmosphere and oceans due to greenhouse gases are called global warming. That word gives the meaning, student. Global means globe, that is earth. Warming means heated. The earth will be heated, that is known as global warming. The rise in the average temperature of Earth atmosphere and oceans due to greenhouse gases are called global warming. Next, student, harmful effects. First one, melting of glaciers and polar ice caps in the cold regions. As the temperature of the earth increases, the ice glaciers undergo melting, and polar ice caps in the cold regions are also melted. Second one, the rise in the sea level causes submerging of low-lying islands, floods, cyclones and hurricanes will be takes place. As the glaciers undergo melting, polar ice caps undergo melting, the sea level will be rises, student. The sea level will be rises. As the sea level or water content rises, what happens? Submerging of low-lying islands. Below the sea level, some islands are present. They are submerging, that is filled with water. Floods takes place. Kerala floods takes place due to this increase of carbon dioxide concentration only. Cyclones and hurricanes, we are observing Kerala floods. The reason will be higher concentration of carbon dioxide, melting of polar ice caps and glaciers. The concentration of water increases, floods, cyclones and hurricanes will be takes place. Third one, student. Due to global warming, temperature of the sea level increases, temperature of the water bodies increases. Hence, evaporation of water from the earth causes dehydration of the soil, decreasing its fertility. The soil which are used for the crops, agricultural crops, contains some water content. But due to global warming, evaporation of water from the earth soil will be takes place. Evaporation of water from the soil will be takes place, which causes dehydration of soil. The soils undergo dehydration, which decreases fertility. Understand this point, student? First of all, due to global warming, temperature of the earth increases, evaporation of water from the earth takes place, hence dehydration of soil takes place. As the water content in the soil decreases its fertility. Fertility will be decreases. Fourth one, student, increased heat released diseases. Increased heat related diseases. As the temperature of the earth increases due to global warming, heat related disease will be takes place because temperature of the earth will be increases. Okay, students, next continuation. In the oxides of carbon dioxide, another subheading, acid rain. Pure rainwater is acidic in nature and has pH 5.6 The acidic nature of rainwater is due to reaction of carbon dioxide and water to form carbonic acid. H2O plus CO2 equilibrium, H2CO3, the pH will be less than 5.6. Rainwater having pH greater than 5.6 are called acid rain. Acid rain containing harmful substances like nitric acid and sulfuric acid. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide present in the atmosphere react with rainwater. Pure rainwater, in the presence of oxygen, they can form sulfuric acid and nitric acid. Right, student? In examination point of view, 3 questions we are expecting. First one, what is the pH of pure rainwater? That is 5.6, which is acidic in nature. What is the pH of acid rain? Greater than 5.6, less than 5.6, equal to 5.6, none of the above. Greater than 5.6 is the correct answer. Acid rain always pH greater than 5.6. The acid rain contains which of the following harmful substances like sulfuric acid and nitric acid, which are formed by the reaction of rainwater with sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Next one, student, harmful effects. First one, acid rain damages the leaves and other parts of the plants. Acid rain damages the leaves and other parts of the plants. Leaching of plant nutrients from the soil, killing of soil microorganisms affects the plant growth. First one, student, once again, acid rain damages the leaves and other parts of the plants. Why? Because if the normal rain falls on the plant, no problem, but if acid rain falls on the plants, the acidic nature damages the leaves and other parts of the plants. Leaching of the plant nutrients from the soil. If the rainwater mixes with the soil, then what happens? The nutrients present in the soil which are useful for plant growth will be leached, that is washed out along with the rainwater. Killing of soil microorganisms. Some microorganisms useful for the plant growth, those microorganisms are killed by the acid rain due to its acidic nature substances, which affect the plant growth. Okay, students, right? Okay, students, next harmful effect of acid rain is lowering of pH leads to destruction of planktons in the sea and river on which aquatic life greatly depends. This affects the aquatic ecosystem. Generally, the rivers and seas contains planktons, that is small plants, which are useful for aquatic life. The aquatic animals greatly depends on planktons, but due to acid rains, acidic nature increases, the pH value decreases. These acid rain destruct the planktons in the sea and river, on which the aquatic life greatly depends. This affects the aquatic ecosystem. That is, aquatic animals does not survive. Third one, it causes leaching of marble, that is calcium carbonate, which is responsible for the disfiguring of Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is made up of highly valuable marbles, that is calcium carbonate, but the rainwater having sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid reacts with calcium carbonate to form calcium sulfate. Hence, the Taj Mahal is under a disfiguring. That is, the shininess, the attractiveness of the marbles will be decreases, because leaching of marbles will be takes place in the presence of acid rain. That's why in examination they will ask, the disfiguring of Taj Mahal is due to which of the following factors? Acid rain, greenhouse effect, and global warming, like that they will give. Due to acid rains only, the disfiguring of the Taj Mahal will be takes place. Next, fourth one, student, acid rain corrodes both ferrous and non-ferrous metals, causing damage to the metallic structure. These acid rains both ferrous and non-ferrous metals, causing damage to the metallic structures. For example, students, the pipes which are used for flowing water made up of iron and ferrous and non-ferrous metals. Then what happens when acid rain flowing through the iron pipes? The corrosion will be takes place. Corrosion of the metals will be takes place. Due to this corrosion, the metals undergo damage. Then leakage of the pipes will be takes place. The acid rain corrodes. Corrosion takes place with the ferrous and non-ferrous metals, causing damage to the metallic structure, and the pipes will damage. Water flow will be damaged. Due to acid rains, drinking water is contaminated. Same reason, student. When the acid rains corrodes means corrosion, student. When acid rains corrodes the ferrous and non-ferrous metals which are used for the manufacture of pipes, iron pipes, then what happens, student? Due to corrosion, some undesirable impurities are also mixed with water. Hence, the drinking water will be contaminated. That is, drinking water becomes impure water. Therefore, students, once again briefly, lowering of pH leads to destruction of planktons in the sea and river, on which aquatic life greatly depends. This affects aquatic ecosystem. It causes leaching of marbles, which is responsible for disfiguring of Taj Mahal. Acid rains corrodes the both ferrous and non-ferrous metals, causing damage to the metallic structures. Due to acid rains, the drinking water will be contaminated due to corrosion of the ferrous and non-ferrous metals. Okay, students. Next concept: particulate pollutants. The minute solid or liquid droplets suspended in air are called particulate pollutants. The minute means very small, student. The minute solid or liquid droplets suspended in air are called particulate pollutants. That is, solid particles are suspended in air or liquid droplets suspended in air are called particulate pollutants. These are of two types, student: viable particulate pollutants, non-viable particulate pollutants. We are discussing definition and example for each one. The minute living organisms that are dispersed in atmosphere or air are called viable particulate pollutants. Viable particulate pollutant. They include bacteria, fungi, molds and algae. All are comes under minute living organisms. Minute living organisms. Next one, non-viable particulate pollutants. These are formed either by breakdown of large materials, or by the condensation of minute particles and droplets. Minute particles or droplets are known as non-viable particulates. These are formed either by the breakdown of large materials, or by the condensation of minute particles and droplets. The minute particles and droplets are combined, non-viable particulates are formed. The large materials are breakdown, non-viable particulates are formed. These are of four types mainly divided, student. These are smoke, dust, fumes, mist. Smoke, dust, fumes, mist. We are discussing one by one, student. First one, smoke. The mixture of small soot particles, that is a solid or liquid, produced by the burning or combustion of organic matter are called smoke. The mixture of small soot particles, solid or liquid, produced by the burning or combustion of organic matter. When fuels are combining, small soot particles or small smoke particles are coming. Those are comes under smoke. And cigarette smoke containing carbon particles, tobacco smoke, all comes under smoke only. Here some example: oil smoke coming from combustion of oils, carbon smoke coming from the cigarettes, tobacco smoke coming from the tobacco. These are three examples for the smoke. Once again, the mixture of small soot particles, solid or liquid, produced by the burning or combustion of organic matter are called smoke. Second category, student, dust. The fine particles produced during crushing and grinding of solid materials are called dust. Here particles two times written, student, don't mistake in that. The fine particles produced during crushing and grinding of solid materials are called dust. Examples: sawdust from woodworks, cement and fly ash from factories are called dust. We know the student, from woodwork sawdust is obtained, that is comes under dust. From cement factories, from factories cement and fly ash, that is also comes under dust, because the fine particles produce crushing and grinding of solid materials. In cement factories, crushing and grinding of calcium carbonate, the fine particles are obtained, which is comes under dust. In woodworks, fine particles are obtained, comes under dust. Third category, student, mist. Smoke completed, dust completed, third one is mist. The particles of small liquid droplets suspended in air are called mist. The particles of small liquid droplets suspended in air are called mist. Example, student, herbicide mist, insecticide mist, sulfuric acid mist and nitric acid mist. The herbicides and insecticides are used to kill the insects. During that process, the insecticide liquid droplets react with air to form mist. Why? Because the particles of small liquid droplets in air are called mist. The particles of small liquid droplets suspended in air are called mist. Examples are herbicide mist, insecticide mist, sulfuric acid mist and nitric acid mist. Fourth category, students, fumes. These particles are formed by the condensation of vapors by sublimation, distillation, boiling. These particles are formed by the condensation of vapors, by sublimation, distillation, boiling. During sublimation, distillation, boiling, the solid vapors are obtained. The vapors will be obtained. The vapors undergo condensation to form fumes. That is, student, these particles, that is fumes, are formed by the condensation of vapors produced by the sublimation, distillation and boiling. More concentrate, student. During sublimation, distillation, boiling, vapors are obtained. That vapors are condensed together to form fumes. We know that water fumes obtained by the condensation of the vapors. Generally, organic solvents, metals and metal oxides forms fumes. In example, they will ask, student, which of the following is the fumes, dust, mist and smoke? Examples you will more concentrate. Organic solvents, metals and metal oxides are the good examples of the fumes. Here also same thing is written, student. Both are same. Next one, harmful effects of particulate pollutants. First one, causes severe respiratory problems. Generally, the particulate pollutants are having minute size particle. The definition indicates, student, very small minute particles. They can enter into nostril and causes lungs infections and lungs diseases. That is, respiratory problems will causes, because the reason is the particulate pollutants are minute particle. Their size in the order of the micrometers, that is 10 to the power of minus 6 meter. Due to this reason, they can enter into nostril and causes lungs diseases, that is respiratory problems will be causes. Like coronavirus enter into nose and causes infections. Similarly, these are particulate pollutants. Next one, student, causes scattering of light, reduce visibility. These particulate pollutants, because of its small size, scattering of light will be takes place. We know that scattering of light, that is, the direction of the light changes by the small particles present in the atmosphere, are called scattering of light. The scattering of light causes due to particulate pollutants present in the atmosphere. Due to scattering of light, the visibility will be reduced. Third one, student, they damage electronic equipments. The particulate pollutants like sawdust, herbicide, insecticide, mist, organic solvents and smoke dust, oil smoke, cigarette smoke, all are comes under these particulate pollutants. They can damage the electronic equipments. For example, fly ash falls on the laptop, that will damage us. Sawdust, that will damage us. Like, student, they cause corrosion of metals. The iron element undergo corrosion due to particulate pollutants only. Most of the metals undergo corrosion, especially iron rod undergo corrosion due to the presence of the particulate pollutants only. Okay, students, with this the particulate pollutants will be completed. Briefly, students, I will discuss this. Particulate pollutants are of two types, viable and non-viable. Viable particulates are small living microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, all these things. Non-viable particulate pollutants are of four types: smoke, dust, mist, fumes. Definition and their examples. Harmful effects of particulate pollutants. With this, this topic is completed, student.